So I thought I'd make a short video about the Ouxi V1 electric bike. Rather than trying to write about it, it's a lot easier to just do a video. So this is a very small bike. It's a 12-inch wheel version. There are two versions of this bike. There's a 14-inch version and a 12-inch version. I'm 6 feet and I've got 34-inch legs. I can get on the bike, I can ride it. As you can see, it's quite close on the knees, but this bike is too small for me. You know, this is suits a smaller person with shorter legs. It's 250 watts, you know, which is the road legal limit for the UK. But there is a bit of a grey area as it has this small throttle on here. Now the throttle only works when you pedal. You can't just turn the bike on and use the throttle. So, you know, is that legal? Is that not? It's very grey. It's a bit of a grey area. It's got two battery sizes. It's 7.8 ampere hours or 6.6. This is the 7.8 version. Now, when you get it, the seat's not going to be on there. So you have to put the seat on, which is just this bracket here. The handlebar stem will be out. So you have to, it's quite difficult to do with one hand. You have to undo this clip here. So when you get the stem, when you get this will not be in. You have to push it in there and then tighten the stem up with this little thing. You get some tools with it that enable you to tighten up the seat and do that Allen key up. You also get a charger with it, obviously. You get some goggles, get some sunglasses, get two wing mirrors which I haven't bothered to put on. You also get a phone holder. I haven't really had a look at that, to be honest. Now, you can run it in free mode, so you can run it without electric and just pedal normally. It runs fine. You can run it pedal assist. You turn it on and then you pedal. You can also run it on from the throttle where you turn it on, you pedal, get it up and running, and then the throttle will work. And you can run it on the throttle like that. And it's depending on what kind of terrain you're running on. You know, if you're on the flat, you'll probably get a good 20 miles. You might even get more than that. If you're on the hills, you know, you're only going to get maybe 10 miles. And the good thing about this bike is it will go up any hill. I've ridden it up some really steep hills just to test how good it was. It was good fun riding it. And I got it up most hills, but the motor was very noisy. The motor was groaning an awful lot. So, I mean, I was quite impressed by the performance, to be honest. It is single speed, so there are no gears. Just one cog. You know, when you're riding the bike, you have to keep up the cadence, so you have to keep spinning this, or the motor drags a little bit. You know, if you just keep pedaling fast, you know, you're fine. Pedals do fold up. It took me a while to figure it out. You have to hold the finger there, push it in, and then fold it up. It took me a while to figure that out. I was trying to bend it, all sorts, to try and get that in. So, if you want to turn it on, you just press this button here. It turns on. It has Bluetooth, so when you get the manual, there's some QR codes in the manual. You scan the QR code, you can install the app, you can control the bike from the app. Oh, it's got a little brake light at the back, which is quite good when you put the brakes on. That was quite cool. It's got some lights as well. As you can see, horn, throttle as well. Generally that doesn't work, although it did kick off a little bit then. Generally you have to pedal to get that going. So I'm just reading my notes here. It's easier than trying to remember everything. You think of, so I mean, when you install the app, it's going to ask you for a password. That wasn't in the manual. I just put 5 zeros in or 6 zeros. And there are a couple of things that I did notice when riding the bike. It is very low down. So I mean, I don't know if that's going to be a problem with you being seen in traffic. Just maybe one thing that you might want to consider when you buy this bike. You know, you're not going to be doing the Tour de France on this bike. You know, it's something, it's a commuting bike or a holiday bike. Something that you can use to just get around quickly. You can put a lock on it, and you can put the lock through the wheels around here. You know, it's quite cheap, so I can't see anybody wanting to nick it. There are a couple of things that I didn't like about it. Is that when you've got the electric on, you can't walk with it. The bike will take off because it's single speed. So when you walk with it, the pedals will go around and it will trigger the sensor that thinks it's running. Other than that, I really didn't have a problem there. If I was short, and then, you know, I needed a bike to go to the shops with, it'd be quite handy actually. There's a couple of other things. I mean, the wheels, when they got the wheels, they needed pumping up a little bit, and it's got mechanical disc brakes on the back. Now the mechanical disc brake at the back here, you can't alter the pad, you can't move the pad in without taking the actual disc brake off with these two little screws here. You have to take those out, take the pad off. It's alright at the front, it's just at the back because the motor is here. The battery's in here. Got some electrics in the back of here. This comes off as well. So there is one other thing about this bike. It's not 100% waterproof. It's just plastic covering here. The expensive bikes, they're all sealed plastic, so no water can get in. So this is not something that you can use when you're, you know, in heavy downpours. You're going to need to keep it somewhere dry. So that is something that you need to consider, because those kind of things are not going to be covered by the warranty. The seat is quite good. And the one thing I did like was the suspension was really good. Probably the best, it's better than some of my more expensive bikes. The only thing I didn't really like about it is just a bit too small for me. I was riding it for long distances, you know, you're bending over a little bit. So I mean, it's the size issue is probably going to be the main problem for most people. The brakes were good. You know, the brakes are a bit spongy, but the brakes were fine. Anything else? Can I think of anything else? So I mean, I just wanted to give you a proper view of the bike with a video rather than just describe it and show you images. You can't really see. You know, sometimes you can't really see what you want to see when you just look at images. So let's give a full look at the whole bike, so you know what, if you want to buy one of these, you know what to get. And the mud guards are not grey, they're quite plastic. So I mean, but it is a really cheap bike. Well, these bikes retail around, you know, £500. You can't get many electric bikes for £500 these days. That is for certain. So I'll try and do a video about the app. The app is brilliant. One thing you can do with the app is when you install the app, there's a little diagnostic section. You click on the diagnostics and press start. It checks all the things on the bike are working, which I thought was really, really good. And it checks the motor, it checks the controller, there's about 10 things it checks. And I was really impressed with that. I've not seen that on any other bike, and I've got 2 more expensive bikes than these. So I mean, I think I've talked enough about it now, nearly 10 minutes. I hope that helps. Goodbye for now.